As I got everything ready for the review, I sat there questioning whether I got all the info that I needed. I had this suspicious feeling someone was watching me. But I went to go check out my other videos and realized that no one was watching me. No one at all. Ever. Good day, folks. Okay, so today I am reviewing from VCI Entertainment. What was I going to say? VCI Entertainment. It was sent by not CAVD. It was sent by MVD. Jeez, MVD Visual. Got it in the mail a little while ago now, but yeah, it's called The Aftermath. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It came out in, let's see here, when did it come out? 1982. Stars Steve Barkett. I'm not sure if you heard of him. He's done a few things. He's kind of a one-man army when it comes to making his movies. He's like the writer, the actor, the director sometimes, like in this. He's the one that directed it, he produced it. He also wrote it with Stanley Livingston. And he stars in it. It takes place in the future after World War III has happened. Steve Barkett is an astronaut with a couple other astronauts, and they're returning on their space voyage. And when they come back to Earth has been destroyed, and there's a group of kind of rebels, bad guys, led by Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding from House of Thousand Corpses and all that. He's the bad guy in it, and Steve Barkett kind of goes up against him. Eventually he goes up against him. But the movie's more so just kind of him adjusting to the life on Earth and like all the like acid rain and radiation, and his character hates the world because his wife and son passed away, and he kind of blames everything. So when he comes back to Earth and is destroyed, he doesn't give a shit. But, he finds a child, and he starts, accepting, and then he finds this really smoking hot woman. Woo! Not entirely sure what her name is. Could be very well Lynn Margulis. I'll put a photo up of her. Boom! Right there. You can see that photo. And she is really freaking hot. Oh my goodness. I would be fine living in a post-apocalyptic nightmare with her. Sure. Sorry, wife, Shannon. And anyways, so eventually it does lead up to him fighting the bad guys and stuff like that. So that's the Aftermath. What's interesting about the Aftermath is, yes, it's a low-budget, cheesy film. The acting's a little sketchy at times. But what's crazy about it is the tone shifts. Like 1 minute it wants you to think that it's just a post-apocalyptic kind of, a little bit of humor here and there, and him just, fine and voyaging and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, boom, it shifts to the bad guys killing children and women and raping, and freaking characters are dying left and right, and then it goes back to, happiness and everything, and then back to killing again. It's this is a cruel movie. When you watch it, you're like, holy shit, no one is safe in this movie. Anyone will die. A friend will show up, and he'll be like, yeah, I've come to save the... Boom! Dead. What the hell? Anyway, so that's actually how crazy the movie is. The back says it's like a Road Warrior Planet of the Apes kind of thing. Yeah, I guess I can see in kind of a way it is like Road Warrior. I thought it was more... there was another movie that I thought when I was watching it that it seemed like it. I can't think of it right now, but if I remember it, I'll come back to it. But yeah, so that's the Aftermath. I mean, yeah, it's cheesy, but I actually had a lot of fun with it. It can be cruel, and most movies don't do that, right? Most movies, they won't go the extremes that the Aftermath goes, and I applaud Steve Barkett. He did a pretty good job. As for the Blu-ray VCI, more often than not, the transfer is actually pretty nice looking. There's actually times where the film actually looks pretty modern. Other times it kind of degrades a little bit. There's a few scenes where it's a little blurry, a little soft, dirt and scratches and stuff like that. You know, it's nothing too bad. The audio, on the other hand, is a little low. Definitely had some audio issues. Had to kind of turn it up, and then it got really loud, turn it down, then I couldn't hear them talking. So that was a little annoying. Special features, there's a lot carried over from the Laserdisc release. There were a lot of archival features, like production stills, kind of a making of interview with Steve Arquette and his son, and then there's like showing the props from the films and stuff like that. There is a there's a director's commentary. Let's see here. See, I'm kind of getting some of the Laserdisc features confused with what was new. Because I remember there was an interview with the composer. I remember that. That seemed like it was an older interview though too. There was a lot of text details in the film. Like at the beginning of the film, they discuss how Steve Arquette won an award, a Saturn Award, I think maybe. I can't remember. My memory is going nowadays. I stay home all day with the baby. You know, it's cool, but I think I'm losing my memory. And what was I talking about? Composer talks about the thing. They kind of compare it to a composer of Psycho and stuff like that. Yeah, it has a very orchestral. Well, it is an orchestra. It's pretty upbeat. That's why they include actually a special feature where you get to listen to the whole soundtrack. It's like 24 tracks, and you can go through them. That's pretty cool. There's also Steve Arquette's short story. Night Caller, based on Ray Bradbury's story. I think it was Night Call Collect or something like that. It's pretty rough around the edges. It's basically like this film before this film came out, and he kind of just reworks the story into making it like this. It was interesting enough to have on the Blu-ray. And there was also a promo for, what was it? It was a promo for, it's another one of his projects. It's coming out on Blu-ray from VCI, and for the life of me, I cannot think, Empire of the Dark, that's what it was called, Empire of the Dark. They have a little promo, it's taken from a standard definition footage, but it was pretty interesting. I actually really look forward to getting it on Blu-ray. I think it'll be, like after seeing this one, I really want to see more of his work. I think that's about it. Some trailers, behind the scenes footage. It's 2 disc. Has the Blu-ray and the DVD. And on the back sleeve, there is liner notes about the restoration. This Blu-ray edition of the Aftermath from VCI Entertainment was meticulously remastered in 2K high definition in 2017 from the original 35mm cut camera negative, and was step frame copied 1 frame at a time for the ultimate in clarity and color values. Well, I actually think they did a really good job. Second audio and extras intro, music score intro. Sorry, he won a Sophia Award, the Society of Fantastic Films International Award, says right there on the back. Pays to do some research before I hit record. Empire of the Dark intro, other related sites of interest. That's cool. Facebook, IMDb credit, stuff like that. It's more to actually, it's not really, well, I guess it is linear notes, but it's more just talking about what's on the Blu-ray. But it gives you some pretty good detail. Cool. Yep, following is an excerpt from Empire of the Dark, another film available on DVD, but they do mention that it is coming to Blu-ray. When? I do not know. So that's it. That is the Aftermath. A film I thought was going to be extremely cheesy, low budget, not very fun. Turned out to actually be a pretty cool movie. You know, sometimes it pays to open your mind and watch something that you think might not be good. Because the Aftermath is good, which is awesome. I said awesome a lot. Awesome. So yeah, I think you should buy it. if you can get it for a pretty good price, which I think you can, because I think VCI releases are not too bad priced, I think you should buy it. It's pretty cool. If I was to give it a rating, I'd give it a pretty good solid 8.5. Just, you know, some of the film quality is a little low. You know, acting, visuals, and stuff like that are kind of laughable. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I really hope you check out the movie and enjoy the weird tonal shifts and the random people.